In this MaxTow Gauges installation video, we'll show you how to install a MaxTow Match diesel exhaust gas temperature gauge into your 2003 to 2009 Dodge Ram 2500 or 3500 3rd Gen Cummins. For the purpose of this installation, we will be using a 2006 Ram 2500 with a 5.9-liter Cummins engine to install our 1500-degree exhaust gas temperature gauge, which is also available in a 2200-degree version. The gauge will be installed on a factory-fitted 3rd Gen Cummins pillar pod. We will also use a 1/8 NPT drill and tap set and 3 mini-expandable circuits for installation. All of these accessories can be found at maxtow.com. For safety, disconnect the negative battery terminals before starting any work on the vehicle. Locate a flat portion of the exhaust manifold on the passenger side of the engine bay and mark the location where you're going to drill a hole using a center punch right above the turbo mount. Keep in mind that there is a divider in the middle, so you will need to drill on either side of the divider to ensure the hole is unobstructed. Starting with a 1/8 inch drill bit, drill a pilot hole into the exhaust manifold. Continue increasing the size of the pilot hole using various drill bits until you reach drill bit size R. Ensure all shavings are out of the manifold by periodically using a vacuum and a pin magnet to remove them. Using cutting oil, tap the hole to 1/8 27 NPT. Ensure all shavings are out of the manifold by periodically using a vacuum and a pin magnet to remove them. Apply anti-seize to the threads of the EGT ferrule fitting and thread the fitting into the exhaust manifold. Tighten the fitting with a 14mm wrench. Install the gauge's EGT probe into the ferrule fitting adapter, ensuring the sensor is positioned approximately halfway into the manifold. Tighten using a 14mm wrench. Route the EGT probe harness up to the firewall and use zip ties to secure the wire. Plug in the EGT probe harness extension to the EGT probe. Run the sensor harness through the firewall using a grommet. Move the weather strip out of the way and remove the side trim panel of the dash. Route the power wire from the gauge pod down through the dash. Route the EGT probe harness through the dash and into the exhaust gas temperature gauge location on the gauge pod. Reinstall the side trim panel for the dash. Reinstall the weather stripping. Plug the power harness and the sensor harness into the back of the gauge and slide the gauge into the gauge pod. To prepare the gauge for power, reconnect the negative terminals of both batteries. Remove the fuse box cover. Pull the power harness from the gauge through the firewall to the fuse box location under the hood. Locate fuse number 31 in the fuse panel for constant 12-volt power. Locate fuse number 33 in the fuse panel for ignition-only 12-volt power. Locate fuse number 16 in the fuse panel for headlight-only 12-volt power. Using an expandable circuit, crimp it to the yellow wire. Insert the fuse into the circuit and insert the circuit into the empty fuse number 31 slot. Using a second expandable circuit, crimp it to the red wire. Insert the fuse into the circuit and insert the circuit into the empty fuse number 33 slot. Using a third expandable circuit, crimp it to the orange wire. Insert the fuse into the circuit and insert the circuit into the empty fuse number 16 slot. Using an eyelet connector, secure the black wire from the gauge to the grounding bolt next to the fuse box using a 10mm socket. Reinstall the fuse box cover. You've now successfully installed your MaxTow Match exhaust gas temperature gauge into your 2003 to 2009 Dodge Ram 3rd Gen Cummins diesel truck. If you have any questions, concerns, or comments, please contact us at 1-877-7-MAX-TOW, and we'll see you on the road.